At the arrival gate at Taoyuan International Airport, impatient travelers direct their anger toward airport personnel. As the number of arriving passengers increases in Taiwan, Taoyuan Airport struggles with placating travelers as the long wait to conduct PCR tests and get into quarantine taxis brings fiery tempers.
一开始以为其实没什么，可能是那个入口特别多，然后排到去外面的时候才发觉满满的人 ，S 字形的队伍就非常长，
等2个多小时吧。我们原本打算说亲友接送，会不会比较快？可是那天的整个机场的状况就很乱。然后我朋友因为卡在 PCR 柜台。
To make things run smoother, the Taiwanese government quickly adjusted corresponding measures. Now, arriving international students and migrant workers heading to the same quarantine hotel can share a quarantine taxi to the same destination.
9月3号最新的规定，只要你是到达同一个检疫处所，就可以根据的车型去做工程的部分。到9月16号之前，会由劳动部专案去做移工的一个载运，所以呢不会使用到防疫车队。PCR 的采检室也都进行了增设，在 T1 部分增加到27座，在 T2 的部分增加到25座。
At present, there are 1,146 quarantine taxis at Taoyuan Airport. The international airport has also dispatched taxis from Songshan Airport and asked for 200 more taxis from taxi companies. The latest tally shows that around 60% of arriving passengers take quarantine taxis, while 30% are picked up by friends or family. The government also allows arriving travelers to drive by themselves starting on September 1st. So Taoyuan Airport has encouraged travelers who often go on short trips abroad to use the newly relaxed regulations.
9月1号开始，大概桃园机场的入住境旅客大概一天有15000人次。最高可以到2万人次左右，大概高于8月份平均每周一的4100人，大概是高了40%左右。
After allowing arriving travelers to carpool to the same quarantine centers, traffic jams at the airport gradually eased.
考量到9月开学，国人以及境外生入境台湾的需求增加，而入境总量现在开放到每周5万人次。不过这一波本土疫情持续升温，指挥中心预估要到9月下旬才会来到高峰，预估最快也要10月会渐进式的开放边境。到时候可能会将入境的总量调整到每周6万，也考验国内的防疫以及医疗量能。
With many wondering when Taiwan will fully reopen its borders, the CCC now has made various adjustments. Step 1 would be adjusting the quarantine period to 3+4. Then, Taiwan will gradually allow more arriving passengers and open borders for some tour groups. Lastly, the quarantine period will be shortened to 0+7, meaning only 7 days of self-health management is needed. To keep up with the international community, Taiwan allows visa-free entry for travelers from the US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Europe, and our diplomatic allies starting on September 12th.
第一波我们恢复的这个国家，那除了说对我们都是互惠免签以外，那其中还有一些很多国家就是面临的这个签证这个塞车延迟的这个问题了那恢复免签之后可以解决这个部分的问题。
However, looking to nearby countries, Korea has announced that starting on September 3rd, travelers no longer have to provide negative test results, but will need to be tested upon arrival. On the other hand, Japan is allowing independent tourists into their country starting on September 7th. They will only need to provide proof of receiving 3 vaccine shots before their arrival. Though Taiwan's reopening of borders is slower than neighboring countries, it's likely due to the nation's medical capacity considerations.
因为我们的BA.5的这波疫情，我们的开始也比人家晚，那我们前波的疫情也比人家晚，那所以我们现在正在这个开始我们的BA.5这波疫情。所以边境的解封，我想自然会比较稍微晚一点。另外就是医疗量能的部分，我们每一天都会做这个滚动式的检讨。
Taiwan plans to reopen its borders, but the extent will still be based on the trajectory of the pandemic and the nation's medical capacity to handle it. TVBS English News.